Hello, this is the TradeSite Forex Market Preview and International Economic Data Roadmap for the week beginning Sunday, September 17th and ending Friday the 22nd, 2017. Hope you're having a good trading week and month. Hard to believe, but the next time the futures contracts roll to the December contract, we will already have Christmas lights up. 2017 is passing us by quickly. Here's a look at the dollar index daily chart. Not much new to say here. Still hanging near lows for the last year. Let's go through the major indices. Then we'll take a look at the inter-week action. It was a good week. And then we'll take a look at the economic data that's due out for the week ahead. So the euro-dollar, 13 sell signal about 7 days ago. So far, that's the high. It's been flat-ish the last 2 weeks, but that 1 day up was the 13 sell signal. Pound dollar, on the other hand, making new highs. Coming back. Aussie dollar. Not much here. Pound yen. Again, the pound stuff made new highs this week. Pretty strong week for the pound. We made some good money there. Euro yen made swept to new highs after a slow start to the week. Pound Swiss, again, the pound stuff up, and the New Zealand dollar pair very flat for the week. Let's look at the inter-week action. So here's 30-minute candles on the euro dollar. High to low for the week here is only 180 pips, and that includes that spike down. You take that out, it's more like 150. So not the most exciting week on the euro. We're still in summer doldrums. Everybody over in Europe is not paying attention. Pound dollar, on the other hand, 450 pips from high to low. Now, keep in mind, most of that was on Friday. If you take out prior to Friday, it was only 200 pips. So big move on Friday. We did capture that move. It's a nice gain for us. But, you know, prior to that, it hadn't been the most exciting week ever. There were some news spikes. Most of the movement was on news spikes. All right, let's take a look at the economic data that's coming out this week, get an idea of what we need to be aware of. So we've got the Right Move HPI, Housing Price Index out of the UK on Sunday. Japan starts the week on a bank holiday. Australia's new motor vehicle sales. Europe, Italian trade balance, and final CPI at 5 a.m. Eastern time on Monday. Canada's foreign securities purchases. We've got the NAHB Housing Market Index here in the U.S. at 10 a.m. Monday morning. CB Leading Index out of Australia. The TIC long-term purchases here in the U.S. Australia's got their monetary policy meeting minutes and their housing price index on Monday night. Europe, current account, zoo economic sentiment out of Germany and the broad European sector. 30-year bond auction out of the UK. This is all on Tuesday. Manufacturing sales out of Canada. U.S. has housing starts, building permits, current account, and import-export prices. It's 8:30 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesday. Current account out of New Zealand that night. Japan, their trade balance. MI leading index out of Australia. We go to Wednesday. German PPI, UK's retail sales, Swiss quarterly bulletin. We got the weekly we got the monthly existing home sales and the weekly crude oil inventories number out of the U.S. We got a Fed meeting this week, 2-day Fed meeting Tuesday and Wednesday. So the announcement will be at 2 p.m. Eastern time, followed by the conference at 2:30. So that'll slow things down. We'll be half size ahead of that. Well, we're already half size, less than half size ahead of that. GDP out of New Zealand at 6:45 on Wednesday night. Australia's RBA bulletin. You got Japan's monetary policy statement from their Bank of Japan meeting, the policy announcement. Credit card spending out of New Zealand. That pushes us into Thursday. Japan's all industries activity, Swiss trade balance, ECB economic bulletin, UK high street lending, that's a new one, plus public sector net borrowing. Canada's got wholesale sales, unemployment claims, that's the weekly number. Philly Fed, housing price index here in the U.S., consumer confidence in Europe, CB leading index in the U.S., natty gas in the U.S. We've got the flash manufacturing and services PMI numbers out of France, Germany, the broad European sector. UK's got their CBI industrial order expectations. This is on Friday. Canada's got CPI, core retail sales, and that's it. Europe's got Belgian business climate. US has flash manufacturing PMI and services PMI data. And then what you can't see here is next weekend we start New Zealand does their daylight savings time shift. So we're in that time of year over the next month or two where the clocks are going to start to change. And of course, when some of the bigger parts of the world do that, it shifts by an hour. Different parts of the world paying attention to Forex, so it kind of messes up the technicals a little bit. So the big thing here would be the Fed meeting this week. We'll be aware of that. And other than that, it's a straightforward trading week. We will be half size until we start to see better ranges coming out of summer, which we are now. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Forex week.